Oh, we on. Okay. Hey, everybody. Hi, it's Trishelle with Welcome Back to My Journey. Today is, I told you on the introduction on the YouTube blog that I'm going to be doing different things just to give an advice on different ways as I show my journey. And one of the things that I want to do is actually show how you can actually do certain things and stay healthy while being within a budget. And you don't have to break the bank to do that. So today is just like a little intro to a little snippet, I should say. I want to call it a sprinkler to what I'm going to be calling Thrifty Thursdays. So today you are here in my kitchen. This is where the business goes down. So today I'm going to be just showing a quick, inexpensive way and meal that I actually, some of the idea came to myself, and then, actually some of it was given to me from, actually my spiritual mom. She gave me some of this idea as well. I call my godmother. So, but just putting all that together, and then I'm just going to show you also how I was able to do this and stay within a budget without, being super drastic with it. So if you come over here, I can show you where actually, so I'm going to be making, it's going to be actually a chicken noodle soup, a quick chicken noodle soup. So now I want from scratch. I've done that before, and that's all good. It's just time consuming. You actually want to start those early on in the day, more so than starting them at night. So this is actually where I've already prepped some stuff off camera. So this is what I did was, the idea that I was given was you take one of the Sam's. They have those rotisserie chickens that everybody loves for $5. Got one of those actually and took some of I just took the thighs and the drumsticks off. I used the dark meat because to me that makes a savourier broth. And then this is just some of the other things that I'm going to be using. I have a mixed vegetable and a cream of chicken. You have the egg noodles, and you have a chicken broth. And this back here is for, my kids and my husband. I might eat one, maybe, but I'm trying to stick to eating crackers. And that's going to be actually like a herb biscuit cheddar mix that you see there. So off camera, I actually prepped some of this stuff already, where I took the meat off, and I diced it up, and I also cut it up with some onions. So now what I'm going to do is just actually add this. If you hear any background noise, I told you I do have 4 children, so we try to keep it as kosher as possible, but that's part of the vlog. You get to have the whole interaction. So I already have a broth over here that I started, where I actually put the bones in and let it cook some and simmer so that it can create its own broth. So actually, before I add this, I'm going to add the noodles. So all you have here is just a store brand of the enriched egg noodles, extra wide. Some people like to use different kinds of noodles. You can use like the shells, different kinds. I specifically like to use the extra wide egg noodles. So just going to add that so that can start cooking down. It doesn't take long at all. So make sure that's stirred up in there. Now I still have the bones in here. Now you can either take the bones out if you prefer, or I have children of age where they're able to pick the bones out, because the bones actually to me give it more of a flavor. So keeping the bones in here for now. I might pick them all legs. I didn't use any small bones. I used all, like I told you, like the drumstick and the thigh. So it's the bigger bones. But right now, while it's cooking, I'm gonna leave it in there. So that's coming together. So also while that's coming together, I'm going to make. And these are some of the seasonings that I'm using. I already put them in off camera. So I used the garlic powder, onion powder, and sea salt, and the black pepper to give it just a little more kick. And you can use that to taste. I don't use measurements when it comes to seasoning because everybody's taste buds are different. If you prefer that, then great, let me know. But I don't do that. I just use what I think is and I taste test it until I get it to where I want it to be. And I think everybody will like it. So that's gonna be cooking while that's cooking, I'm going to prepare the cream of chicken. Now, this was another idea that was, like I told you, someone was given to me. And this actually gives it a creamy taste. Like you want that creamy chicken noodle soup, the type you get in the store. And this is actually a better way in doing it where it's not as calorie expensive and it's not as fatty. And I'm actually using a reduced sodium, reduced fat cream of chicken. Some people don't like that, but I think I use enough seasoning, and plus the fact I'm using a pre-seasoned chicken actually helps in that. So you won't taste that much of a difference in it, and I believe it will, and it is, so it is a healthier option. So while that's cooking, I'm going to make this. So I want to take this bowl. I'm going to pour it in here. Most people follow the instruction that I've always had when it comes to this is you take it and you just fill that can back up with that water and you mix that in. Mix all that in there together. Where are my spoons? Sorry everybody, I don't know what's going on in the kitchen. Okay. Somebody been messing with my stuff. So, I'm just going to fill that back up with water. Because remember, keep in mind, even if you normally make it a certain way, that you are adding it to water. You're adding it to that broth. Okay, so you don't want it to be super diluted. But you wanted to give it a taste. You wanted to give the soup a taste and a consistency, but that can't happen if you totally dilute it with a whole bunch of water. You understand? So yeah, so that's what we're doing. So I'm just making that. I'm making that cream and chicken, so you can see that consistency. So that's about how I like mine. You know, you might like yours a little thicker, you might like yours a little thinner. This is where I kind of want mine to be right now. So this is done. So now I'm going to go over to add this to where our first we'll check on our noodles and our broth to see where that is. And as you can see, this is pretty much, if you get a shot of that, you know, you can pretty much see that this is already basically almost done. You see that? So, you know, you got the bones in there giving that nice broth. It's broth flavor. Okay? So, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add our cream of chicken that we made. I'm going to add this to it. Oh, here we go, y'all. Uh-oh. So, we put that in there. Next time I do a little more prepping. So, you know, there's going to be, you know, but I think that's the beauty of, you know, live stuff. You get to see things in action. So everything's not going to be perfect. But that's the good part. So now we've done that. So we're going to get through this. So now, I like to add my vegetables. I'm going to add the vegetables next. We want to save the chicken and the onion basically for last. So, I'm going to cut this open. As you can see, it's just, again, I don't go fancy. I'm going to be actually doing a vlog later where I'll show the habits that I have and where I actually go to shop and how I cut corners and cut costs and still, you know, without, because a myth I believe that's put out there, and I know it for myself as well, I've seen it, but there's ways around it, is that eating healthy is expensive. That is true to an extent. However, it's all about perspective as well. So if you have to look at it from either, am I going to spend a little more money now and be healthy, or am I going to eat everything and put it into my body and then paying more later in medicine and the cost of medicine? So I'm just going to add this. And you might hear my son, that's Zachariah. So he's going to be calling for us soon. So he Okay, so I added that. Y'all see me? Is it good? Oops, what happened?